angle on them. You see Big East coming into view.
Yep. There's Allied all the way to the outside, that low profile.
And we've got a green flag.
Got a green flag, and North Wing got that jump.
The race is on. Ale Vite. So did Team Bermuda.
And LPC.
Off to an early, fast start.
Let's see how this shakes out going to turn one. And there's Jackhammer in lane 3, pulling alongside of
Coco's Monkey on the inside, now starting to zip forward.
Oh, that was
show some of that speed.
So, okay,
that's Coco's Monkey.
Yep.
Performance
I'm trying
Boat
to figure
Center.
out who's in the lead, though.
That's Team Bermuda.
Oh, that's Bermuda out front.
It is. Team Bermuda, David Sully.
Yep. Jackhammer's in third, and second and third with LPC. Big East is just to the app. Oh, now here comes LPC and Jackhammer sandwiching Bermuda going into the first turn.
David Sully and Stephen Bridges, one of our 8 international teams from Bermuda, racing in super stock class.
And here's the glare.
We'll be dealing with this the rest of the afternoon.
Let's just see
into
how
the turn.
Let's just watch the profiles of the boat to see who flies and who stays level.
So
that'll give us an indicator. It doesn't look like anything's getting too flighty yet, but there's a little bit.
A little bit of a bow rise. So we'll continue to follow the boats. This is where this first couple of laps, we're likely, especially when these boats take the turn at number 2, the 2-pin turn, start heading back into the harbor where they will get some bounce.
Yeah, that's where they'll stick the bows skyward, and we'll see.
Another Doug Wright now moving to the outside there. No, that's Jackhammer. Jackhammer getting outside of Coco's Monkey.
Yep.
As they make the turn, yes, that is Jackhammer. Jackhammer trying to get the edge, goes wide. Coco's Monkey on the inside line as we head back into Key West Harbor for the first lap of 11.
That little bit taller profile of Jackhammer seems to handle the rough water very well.
Jackhammer moves ahead. That's Coco's Monkey on the inside. Jackhammer looking to make this 3 in a row and wrap up the World Championship here in Key West. Still a lot of racing to go. They'll come into the Monster Energy fan zone here at the Truman Annex Outer Mole in front of the fans. And this is Jackhammer, your leader at the end of lap number 1.
Out of 11. Coco's second. Team Allen third.
Performance Boat Center fourth. LPC fifth. North Wing in 6th. Celsius in 7th, Team Bermuda in 8th, Big East Construction in 9th. And Curry Refrigeration and Allied round out the top 10.
And there's Performance Boat Center. As we were waiting to see them, and they're up in the top 5. So let's see how things shake out in the harbor turn. Everyone gets through clean, hopefully. And because LPC and Celsius are side by side there. North Wing and Bermuda are side by side. Let's see who has the setup to accelerate and get away from people coming out of this leg. This is where we saw a lot of boats make moves in the earlier races. I can't imagine it's going to be much different now.
See Team Allen and Coco's Monkey. Yeah, there's Performance Boat Center.
With, these 2 Lake of the Ozarks, Doug Wrights. Performance, but just off camera, Coco's Monkey and Jackhammer. If we could get a camera on them. There we go. Jackhammer's in the lead, but Coco's Monkey is coming up on the inside.
As crazy as we said points would be, Coco's Monkey is sitting in 2nd place right now, and the way Performance Boat Center LPC jumped out, Coco's Monkey is number 2 on the podium in the World Championship hump right now.
So Jackhammer heading out to turn 1, came from back in the pack to get around Coco's Monkey, coming into Key West Harbor.
Yeah, they didn't have a bad slot. They were lane 3.
They were lane 3.
And Coco's was lane 1, so.
Coco's Monkey did get to the pin first and did have the lead, but I think you're going to see the Jackhammer boat, if there is a little bit of a bump, it's going to benefit from that on the 1 to 2.
They seem to really like that out there.
Yeah, it's just a stronger built boat. A little bit of air there for them as they head into the turn.
But here comes Coco's.
Coco's, definitely they had a nice turn there, and they kept the acceleration. When when Jackhammer came out of the water, they lost some speed.
You notice that Coco's isn't popping the bow up. When they come out of the water, they're still going forward, whereas Jackhammer is popping the bow. You see what I mean?
Yep. And now they've got the lead on that backstretch. Not what exactly we expected, but now pulling forward is Jackhammer. They've got the longer way around turn 2. So it's going to be a battle into the harbor once again.
We've also
from
got
atop the X Insurance Helicam.
We've also got a long way to go, so
Oh,
you don't want to
absolutely.
get too out of shape just trying to beat the other guy on the first lap.
Now, Jackhammer dives in.
They go wide up. Someone
Yep.
just went wrong side of the buoy there almost. That I think that was Team Allen maybe. But whoever was running fourth place there had to make a correction, and they just cost themselves some time. But if we could stay with this lead duo here coming into the harbor.
It's a battle between Jackhammer and
Coco's Monkey is on the right if you're watching on the screen. Jackhammer on the left. And they're coming right past our vantage point any minute now.
And they remain in the same position as they come across here at the start-finish line.
Jackhammer is pulling him as they come into the harbor.
Turn that lap at 82.5 miles an hour. Coco's Monkey in second.
Is this Big East?
Celsius in third.
Celsius now in
Performance.
third.
Okay, yep.
Oh, performance. Oh, no.
Slowing down in front
Someone's
of us.
upside down. Someone's upside down. We got a boat over.
All right,
We got a
lady.
red flag.
We got a red flag.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get yelly. Red
Team
flag.
Bermuda,
Team Bermuda is
over. Out towards turn number 2.
Yep. That might have been the one that I thought I saw have to make the course correction.
I
but
never
let's
seen
wait and
Team
see.
Allen Lawn Care come back through either, guys.
Yep.
That's the team that he said you thought they might have made that move, had to move
Yeah.
back inside. If
So
they had
that-
to move back inside, maybe there was some kind of...
Could have been a chain reaction kind of thing.
Right, exactly. But I never saw a Team Allen Lawn Care come back in either myself.
Okay, let's just see how, because they're going to get them back down to the milling area and the harbor turn and restart them after a lap and a half.
So Team Bermuda goes over near turn number 2, near Fort Zachary Taylor. And so our first incident of the day had been going so smoothly. And Team Bermuda early had run very well, but fell back to about 5th after the first lap.
Was that-
Actually 8th by the time they came around to the start-finish line.
Oh, there's so much
Allen
glare, I
Lawn
can't
Care,
even
yeah, I'm
look.
hearing Allen Lawn Care as well. And everybody's okay.
Is that, you're saying you're hearing Allen Lawn
Yeah,
Care's
just coming
over?
here. It was,
Okay, let's just hold off then.
Yeah.
Let's.
It's Allen Lawn Care that actually was not Bermuda.
It was not Bermuda.
It was Allen Lawn Care and everybody's
We
okay.
had an initial report looking
Okay.
in the glare that it was Team Bermuda. It's not. It's Team Allen Lawn Care.
Oh yeah, I can see there. This is a 17 on
Yeah.
the monitor.
So, folks, our apologies. That was not Team Bermuda. Team Allen Lawn Care. This is the third incident for Billy Allen here in Key West at the World Championships. He was involved in the
side-by-side.
the side-by-side blowover
The
with LPC,
yeah.
where the two hulls came together and became one. And Team Allen started going back when they got into a gust of wind that it came between the mole and the Margaritaville building and pulled out both those boats over. Dramatic video of that on Lauren Peters' YouTube page that you could see from inside his cockpit. There's also views of that from Race World Offshore's live stream that day. And also, he got caught up in that accident, the train wreck in 2021 at turn number 1.
Well, did anybody else see, we talked about Bermuda, I did not see Bermuda come back through, or I never did see Big East come back through as well.
Yes, that's true.
I didn't see that neon. I mean, that neon boat's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, I'm
And-
looking down in the harbor where
and
they should be milling.
I don't know what happened kind out there somewhere as along the way out there as well, but Bermuda and neon, and that neon.
It's possible they got past us, all kind of looking down the into the glare here in Key West Harbor, which we deal with this every year. As we move closer to winter here in Key West, the sun moves further to the south, and it sits right over the southwest horizon here in Key West and shines right into our view as the boats head to turn number 1 and then come over to Fort Zachary Taylor. You deal with it all the way up until they get up onto the mole.
I'm just looking at the boats on the monitor, and the bright green would jump out. There's the Bermuda boat right there. So
Okay,
Is
so
that the North Wing or is that the Bermuda?
no, that's that GL on
yeah,
the back.
yeah,
that's Bermuda, because you
GL
can see the number
construction.
25. And there's Celsius, and there's Performance Boat Center, and there's Allied. Well, we're still looking for some other boats. Oh, there's LPC, Jackhammer. That's North Wing there, at 77
Yeah.
to the left.
Right. Yeah.
Coco's Monkey is an all-white boat right in front of us with the hatch partially up right near the buoy.
So the second boat that may or may have not, we're not sure about, is that.
Yeah, let's
that
just.
Big East.
Yeah, so over and everybody out of the boat is Team Allen Lawn Care. And tough luck for Billy Allen. Couldn't be a worse follow-up to his World Championship last year. He's good. There's Big East right there.
No, Big
They
East
are.
is in the harbor.
There they are in the
For
harbor.
getting ready for the restart.
Thank you very
guys.
much to the
Yeah.
production team for finding Big East. And again, big sigh of relief for the big contingent that are here to watch these races and back watching in Bermuda as everything is thumbs up. They're back in the milling area, and they were mistaken initially by a spotter for the Team Allen Lawn Care boat. They're the ones that went over. Wonder if they made a last-minute adjustment to try and get that in outside that buoy and just hooked it and went over. It's all speculation at this point, but you did say you thought that they might be going inside that
I
buoy.
thought I saw, yeah, it looked like someone had to make a harsh correction, let's put it that way, to try to make the buoy legally.
All right, so we're in a red flag situation, waiting to see for the boats to restart. I would imagine we'll just get a restart minus the first lap. Maybe this will be 10 laps to go.
Well, we had 2 completed there. They had gone around twice on us there.
You're right. You're correct. I was late counting my.
Right, that was, like I said, it happened as the leads were coming in there. Jackhammer and Coco's Monkey were coming in. Just behind him was Team Allen Lawn Care. I mean, that first lap, Team Allen was running in 3rd place. Maybe 3rd, 4th place coming around that second pin on the second lap there when the incident happened. So we're just barely 2 laps into this sucker.
Yeah,
so
I got Celsius coming by too before.
I did, yes.
I saw something.
No doubt.
Exactly.
But I mean, if they do the restart, they're going to give those positions up and just go back to their original slots.
I would imagine. Yeah. Maybe run the last 9 laps from there.
Yeah, exactly. Start from 1 to 9 now instead, since 3 laps are gone. Too bad for Celsius, who just moved up into
Coco's
the top.
Monkey was having a great run at that point. You know what I mean? That's a tough shot for them. And then there's a team like on the other side, Performance Boat Center, which was having a great run, but that last time through, they were limping through as they came across the finish line there. So maybe this gives them a chance to reset, figure out what's wrong, and get themselves going back up. So
I just saw the Performance Boat Center Fast Diesel Fuel Systems boat in the milling area.
It was, but remember, if he came through that last lap, as Allen was out there wrecking, he was definitely not up on his full.
And they might have been running. They might need. They might have been having some guardian issues. Maybe they got that cleared out.
And who knows? This might be the opportunity for PBC to get back in this stuff and have a chance to look at it and not lose any laps or time right now.
Yeah,
so keeps it wide open.
We're getting word from Race Control now. They're going to have to reload the divers on Angel 1 before we can proceed. So I think it's going to be just a little bit before we gather ourselves back up and get started here. We'll keep you updated. Team Allen Lawn Care has flipped over, and right now we're.
To reset Guardian, you just turn off the engines and start them.
Right.
Restart them. So
that's right.
That won't give them. That's not a big problem for Performance Boat Center if that's what happens.
The only problem is when you have 37 Guardian alerts. So like Michelle Carcente,
then you're just running it and hoping it clears itself.
Exactly.
You're not going to turn it off and turn it on.
Yeah, but they lost a lot of distance messing around with it until they finally got frustrated and moved on, and had to fight back to get on the podium on Friday. It all worked out for them today in factory 450R stock as they won, and then ended up back on the podium for the World Championship. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We had an incident out there. It's Team Allen Lawn Care that has flipped over. We got to wait to get the Angels back on the helicopter for the safety cruise, and we'll continue with Super Stock Racing after this red flag and restart. Back after this on the Zone 97.7 Sports Radio and from the Race World Offshore Facebook page. We'll be right back.
Hey Key West, Danny Hughes here from Two Friends Patio. I love live music all day, every day. And that's exactly what we have. Breakfast, lunch, happy hour, and dinner just seem better. An Eggs Benedict or Key West shrimp is more pimp. Beer tastes more cheery. You ameliorate a steak. And you're eating that food and drinking that drink, enjoying the music, and you're sitting in Old Town Key West, the best damn place in the world. So meet your friends or make your friends at Two Friends, 512 Front Street in Old Town Key West or twofriends.com.
After the roar of your boat motor has subsided, but you want to keep your engine running, stop by Fairvilla Sexy Things Key West, 524 Front Street. Why not keep that excitement in your day? Fairvilla Sexy Things is your intimacy and wellness resource. Plus, they have the sexiest lingerie, the best party supplies, and all your bedroom necessities, sure to keep you revved up and ready for action. For store locations and online shopping, Fairvilla.com. In Key West, every day can be a winner for you at Fairvilla Sexy Things.
The sound of performance, that's what drives us. When Scott Forte set out to build the most technologically advanced hydraulic transom lift system, he pulled out all the stops. The Forte R-Series high-performance hydraulic transom bracket is the world's most advanced outboard transom bracket. After Scott won another world championship, the race governing body declared the Forte R-Series an unfair advantage. The Forte R-Series cockpit-controlled hydraulic transom bracket has the same DNA as our industrial commercial series. Maximum horsepower 750 per engine. Maximum weight capacity 900 pounds per engine. Maximum number of engines unlimited. Besides numerous national, world, and sanctioning body championships, the Forte R Series just won Top Gun status by setting the open cockpit outboard powered catamaran class at the 2022 Lake of the Ozarks Shootout. The unfair advantage keeps on winning everywhere it goes. Let us design one for you. Visit us online at ForteProducts.com.
And now we return to the 42nd Annual Race World Offshore Key West World Championships, presented by Performance Boat Center, live from the Porte Performance Broadcast Center on the Zone 97.7 Sports Radio.
The 42nd Annual Key West World Championships, presented by Performance Boat Center. Also special thanks to Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the Class 1 APBA National Series and the RWO World Championships. X Insurance, we can't thank Rick Lindsay and Parker Lindsay enough for the use of the X Insurance Helicam, and also for sponsoring and presenting our hospitality viewing area, the VIP area here at the Outer Mole, and putting on that great Boots and Boats concert last night. It was a cool show. To Rab Beats for sponsoring our race village, as Rab Beats joins us this year as a sponsor for Key West, as they elevate our events to new heights, making them truly exceptional. Rab Beats Race Village. And by Tuna Skin, the official apparel sponsor of Race World Offshore. Well, we are in a red flag as you've watched the boats mill around. And it looks like Performance Boat Center Fast Diesel Fuel Systems
they're missing a cowling or something.
Are they? Were they?
I didn't see red on top of one of their motors.
Oh dear!
It looks like the cowling's off. We'll see when they come by, but
yeah.
Let's see if they come back into the picture here.
They were having they had
That's over to the right. If we could go back to the right, find the boat with the red outboards on the back.
Yeah.
Keep coming right. Keep coming right. Keep coming.
Where'd they go?
Right there. Stop.
We'll
Stop. Yeah, they're missing something because I see black. There's no cover on that motor.
They sure are.
Wow. Are they going to race like that?
Yep.
Oh boy. Man, it's that boat. They've had a lot of trouble this year.
They've been snake bit this year a little bit.
And you're talking about the last 2 years, the most consistent boat next to Jackhammer.
They were kind of like the Rusty Wallace of when he didn't win all those races but won the title before they went to stage racing in NASCAR. Because he won a championship with a bunch of second and thirds. And they did the same thing. They were consistent.
They were really ahead of the curve a lot with the development of the 300R four-stroke engine. There were a lot of problems out of the gate. You know, you'll talk to these teams. They were very much the R&D arm of Mercury. Problems with the cowlings. You know, a lot of issues with figuring out
Motor mount bolts,
motor
and
mount boat,
and brackets
dealing with the CG that was greatly changed by the extra 5 inches up, going from the 15-inch custom midsection they had run with the 300 XSs to the 20-inch midsection on this boat, putting that 222 pounds of the two extra, the engines, the extra weight from the XS to the 300R up higher in the air, and it gave these boats fits, which fell right into our dear friend Billy Allen's hands last year, because he was still running the 300 XSs in the rough water here in Key West. And if you talk to any of the teams here, that rough, confused water makes these boats really hard to handle with those 20-inch midsections. Which, by the way, talked to several teams, and they're happy to hear that they're very confident that that Mercury Racing is going to have that 15-inch midsection sometime next year. It's going to make these boats a lot safer to run out there in the really rough water. But Team Allen Lawn Care, of course, took advantage of that last year and won a world championship. But they switched, just like all the other teams did going into this year, to the 300R engine. But the Performance Boat Center was at the leading edge of, helping to come up with concepts and ideas how to solve some of these problems. And they've just been snake bit this year, man. They can't catch a break, it seems like.
Yeah, that's really, it's just one of those seasons. I think you do this long enough, everybody has them. Okay, we have a yellow flag up. It looks like they're going to be starting to try to get them reformed for the start, and they're starting them based on the position they finished that last lap on.
Okay.
So Jackhammer is in lane 1 with Julian Maldonado and Reese Langheim. Lane 2 is Coco Monkey with Scott Porte, AJ Bogino. Lane 3 is Celsius with Chris Hopgood and Jay Muller. Performance Boat Center, Myrick Coyle and Rusty Williams, lane 4. Lauren Peters and Anthony Smith, LPC, lane 5. North Wing is in lane 6 with Darren Kittredge and Casey Boaz. 7 is Team Bermuda with David Sully and Stephen Bridges. Lane 8, Big East Construction, Gary Ballou, Cole Lyle. Lane 9, Allied Construction with Sean Torrente and Sean Connor. And lane 9 is Curry Refrigeration, Ryan Beckley and Eric Breckenfelder.
All right, on the restart, we're going to race 7 laps.
Yep.
We had 3 laps done, and I think they're going to scrub the half lap and 1 lap. So we're going to go 7 laps
We're
here
on
to
plane.
finish this race.
Let's see if we can get them going.
Cigarette Hawk Pace Boat comes up.
Start number 105.
Oh boy, it's one of those weeks. Lines these boats up as we get set to go racing here in Key West for the second time after the red flag, after Team Allen Lawn Care
Still yellow.
Went over. It's turn number 2.
I can't see the pace boat now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, we got a green flag, is what it says.
The race is on. LA Veet, Supercat Racing here again. LPC looks like it has some speed. Jackhammer on the inside. Yes, racing with one cowling. Performance Boat Center Fast Diesel Fuel Systems. Jackhammer running fast on the inside. Celsius running fast. I don't see Coco's Monkey.
At the very back, he got a bad jump. Look at him in the very back.
Oh yeah, bad start. Scott Porte and AJ Bogino got to be frustrated after running so well in the top 2. They're going to have to make up some ground.
Hey, but he's already making the move there, coming from the back.
They'll get a chance. They'll be, they'll come together as they head to turn number 1. Everybody's got to stay in their lane and get through this turn. 3-pin turn at turn 1.
Now, if we're seeing this kind of glare, imagine what they're seeing in the cockpit, like Steve Miklos talked about. It's got to be almost blinding.
Jackhammer had the lead when we had the red flag. Running level, good attitude.
Now, there's a boat there next to him that was hopping a little bit. We thought that might be LPC.
This is where we saw a little bit of hop for them as they make the turn, head right into the wind. Got an east wind out about 15.
Someone just stood up.
And there's Jackhammer. Wow.
Yep, they're finding some stuff out there now.
Yeah, that wind is starting to roll the sea across.
Now, you guys in bracket 700 who are watching, please make note of this.
Be careful out there.
Get your weight set up in the bow.
So these are the most reactive boats in catamaran canopied racing anywhere in the class. The 700 boats, the V-bottom boats you're talking about, very reactive as well.
Well, they're almost 10 feet shorter.
Yep.
Or more than 10 feet shorter in some cases.
Absolutely. Here's Jackhammer coming around. Rolled up on the sponson just a tiny bit. As they dig in, now come down the chute. They have a lead, and look at the group of 6 coming in behind them. What a shot coming into Key West Harbor at the end of lap number 1.
But you saw the speed they started to build, and they were carrying after they took that wide turn.
Down into the Monster Energy fan zone, right in front of the start-finish line. Look at your group of super stock teams coming in at the Key West World Championship races, presented by Performance Boat Center and produced by Race World Offshore.
Jackhammer building a lead as they pull away.
So Jackhammer comes across, leading after lap number 1 of 7. Let's see who our next group
Side by
is.
side here, we got Northwing.
Northwing and Celsius. Then Coco's Monkey, LPC, Coco's Monkey, and Performance Boat Center, Big East and Allied. Team Bermuda and Curry Refrigeration, rounding out the top 9.
Coco's have made it all the way back up to 5th. That's where they kind of like fighting back for it at least.
Looking at Coco's Monkey, Island Apparel.
Big East, Performance Boat Center might be out.
Yeah, fast. They made a go of it, but they're going to have to call it a day. Feel horrible for Myra Coyle and Rusty Williams. Tough finish to a long season. Here comes Jackhammer, 32-foot victory hole built in Dubai with Reese Langheim and Julian Maldonado in the cockpit. Julian on the throttles, the son of Ricky Maldonado.
Do you know how old
out
he
of
is?
Manatee Marine, 24, I believe.
Yeah, that's
another up-and-comer, no doubt. There's Northwing running in second.
And let's see if Celsius can get up to here. Now Coco's Monkey off camera just pulled into 4th. So like we said, Scott Porte getting used to those 300s. Here's Celsius with Jay Muller and Chris Hopgood. They made a change for the World Championships. Had a good, strong day on Wednesday. Mechanical issues, I think, moved them to the back on Friday. But
here's Big East Construction trying to chase down Allied. Another victory hole, one of the 2 victory holes in the class. Just in front of them, the new S2 hole from Sean Torrente and Sean Connor.
And Sean Torrente said that they were turning it better and better at the end of Friday's race, and that gave them the confidence to go out and try to compete harder today. So you got to give them credit for trying something new. It's a bold move to step out like that.
So the Allied Construction boat with a nice flat line as they head to turn number 1. Turnings where they had the issue before.
Yep.
Now we're coming back through, looking at our leaders.
Is that Coco's is what I'm wondering. Just making a move around somebody. But there's someone right. Yeah, it does not look like Jackhammer's profile. It looks like a Doug Wright.
It definitely looks like a Doug Wright. So Jackhammer.
Not in our. There's Jackhammer.
No, okay. So Jackhammer is out in front of this group, folks. This is your leader as we get back on the live stream.
Coming around.
So those watching here locally, right by Fort Zachary Taylor, you're watching Jackhammer come through.
Yep.
They continue to lead in super stock. A group of Doug Wrights behind them.
By the profile, looks like Northwing is to the inside behind them there.
So here they come into the Monster Energy fan zone. Jackhammer continuing to lead after lap number 2 of 7. And here they come.
Northwing.
Turn that lap at 83.21 miles an hour. Northwing in second.
Coco's. Are they coming in third? Let's see here.
It is.
Coco's Monkey now up to third.
Celsius 4th.
LPC 5 back there. Allied
LPC
6th.
5th.
Bermuda 7th. Big East 8th.
So Big East is 8th.
Curry's 9th.
Who was 7th? Bermuda?
Bermuda was in 7th, yes.
Big East 8th.
Big East 8th.
Curry 9. Okay.
Curry 9.
And here's a look at LPC. Lauren Peters, Anthony Smith, Lake of the Ozarks. Always a threat. They're known to be fast. Consistency sometimes bites them a little, but that was a nice turn by Celsius. And there's LPC right behind them. Let's see who we got side-by-side action in the Allied. They just went right around Bermuda there for a second, so they are turning that boat better.
There's your overall leader. Yep, Jackhammer, as they check out. But Northwing is within striking distance here.
And Casey Boaz just came off this water before he got in and before he got into North Wing when he was in XR Insurance, CR Racing in the Super Cat. So maybe he found something for them. Here's Celsius again. Chris Hopgood would like to have a good, strong finish to keep Celsius interested for next year. Big East Construction has gotten ahead of Allied Construction. So just good battles all over the course here. That's what this class is about.
Hey, and you're looking at the point totals all of a sudden now. Celsius and Coco's Monkey are tied exactly on the dot right now for third place on the podium.
So that would be time.
They're coming down to time, and that's a 11-second difference between those two boats. So this will be interesting coming down the stretch. See how this plays out.
All right, watching our lead boats on that rougher leg, and not really being affected by the tide anymore. The outgoing tide is slacked off, but the wind has picked up out there, and you're just outside the edge of the island, so you can catch that east wind. Just lucky it's not an east-southeast wind like it was on Friday.
Right.
It would definitely be affecting your attitude a lot worse because it would be troubling you, hitting you on the front sponson. And here they're running more straight into it. Jackhammer gets up a little bit. Man, they just are able to keep that boat just enough under control, never any trouble. And they get that bow up a little bit. They turn.
It'll take a flyer, but they don't overreact as far as how they react to it.
Yeah, those boats
they settle it back down.
A little air there for them. They're built super well.
And if you remember the other day when Rich Lures was talking about North Wing versus Jackhammer and how North Wing seemed to be more contacted, and look at the move they're making right now.
Absolutely. So North Wing has bridged the gap and putting a little bit of gas to it right here as they come across the start-finish line. Jackhammer just ahead, but to North Wing trying to get the inside line. They turn that lap at 82 miles an hour. Coco's Monkey is back in third.
Not seeing him. Here's Coco's in third.
There comes Celsius, continuing to run fourth. And now LPC.
But could we follow the lead boats through the harbor turn with Jackhammer and North Wing? Could we get a camera down there?
Yeah,
or no?
We just watched Team Bermuda through in sixth.
Yeah.
Now Big East running in seventh.
Did not see the Allied come back through there.
Yep, we're back to the leaders as they come back out. Jackhammer.
Yep. Okay, North Wing is still
hanging
trying
there.
to keep them in striking distance, but I think Jackhammer pulls them on this leg.
Yes.
North Wing has the advantage coming into the harbor.
They had the advantage in the turn, and they took that advantage and got a little further out.
Yep.
There comes Allied Construction. Looks like
Allied is off the pace.
Yeah, they're definitely off the pace. This is a boat that I think is going to impress next year once they get this thing going. North
they're
Wing,
heading right in.
Yeah.
Allied Construction is out. They are headed right for the crane.
Jackhammer is expanding their lead right now. As you can see, North Wing off the shot from the X Insurance Helicam.
Yep.
As they zoom in on Jackhammer, now to Team Celsius, Chris Hopgood and Jay Muller in the old Talbot excavating boat that Jay won the World Championship.
With Kyler.
Yeah, with Kyler back in 2015, the late Kyler Miller.
Kyler Talbot.
Kyler Talbot.
Used to travel all the way from Seattle to make these races.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well liked.
Yes.
Racer.
And speaking of a guy who travels, here's Cole Leibel coming down from Canada.
Yes, sir.
For all the races with his in-boat partner Gary Ballou. And they're closing in on, I can't tell who that is, but it looks like they're making a run.
Is that Team Bermuda?
Victory.
It's Team Bermuda, I believe.
Yeah, because that was their positioning in the last race. In the last lap was 6th and 7th. So let's see if they can.
Yeah, they're the other victory hull. Yep. And there's the leader.
Here's your lead interval.
Yep.
Okay, here's Jackhammer.
Again,
getting a little
once
there.
again, get to the stern there, but it settles down nicely. This is a very well-built boat. 6 bulkheads in this 32-foot victory hull.
Well, there's a lot of research went into those boats aerodynamically and hydrodynamically over in Dubai.
And remember, they were the boat from the X-Cat series,
Yep.
so they were made for the Mercury
ROS
engine, which
400 horse.
That's right. But if you talk to Gary Ballou, very similar to the 300R in terms of Although they had 15-inch midsections, they're very heavy in the same way. So this boat is really well made to handle that engine.
Now
So
let's see here.
Jackhammer comes in once again with 3 laps to go, leading in Super Stock class. North Wing in second. There's Coco's Monkey holding 3rd place.
Yeah, they're coming right by our vantage point now on your screen. So
Celsius will hold 4th place. 3 laps to go for your Super Stock World Championship here in Key West, presented by Performance Boat Center. And Team Bermuda looks like they've held
5th.
on to 5th. Or actually, they moved
LPC,
past,
LPC
moved past
6th.
LPC.
Yep.
And that's Big East chasing LPC now.
Okay. And Curry in 8th. Yeah, and in a lot of ways, it's like the winners so far today is they've kind of bucked the conventional approach down. Okay, once you have it locked up, you just have to do what you have to do to take the win. They said, nah, we want to dominate.
Jackhammer returned that last lap at just a shade under 84 miles an hour. It's right where they've held this throughout this race here since the restart and the flip of Team Allen Lawn Care. Good look at
Coco's Monkey.
Yeah, that's the Island Apparel store here in Key West, sponsoring a national race team in Coco's Monkey. Now the North Wing, that's the old Hulk boat.
Yep.
Grant Bruggeman completely rebuilt that boat, and I'd say it's probably it's probably about as rock solid as one of those victory holes after he told me all the work they put into it. For Darren Kittredge, who's on board with Casey Boaz, the former CR Racing guru who won 2 world championships previously in super stock class. And there's Team Bermuda. Great to see them out there running. David Sully and Stephen Bridges all the way from Bermuda. And
They're getting more and more consistent, and they're consistently moving up in the fleet with their finishes.
Yep. And
So hope to see them back next year.
Stephen runs a 24 catamaran twin engine in the around the Bermuda race.
It is battle for 3rd. You're going to start watching it, Todd. Celsius, again, has a 13-second lead on Coco's Monkey. They're going to come in tied for points if it finishes as it is right now. So you're going to have to start counting seconds and see how far Coco's Monkey can pull away from Celsius to see who gets that podium there.
So that's 3rd for the podium.
3rd for the
Yep.
World Championship
Yeah.
podium.
Oh, a
is
little
between
flighty
those.
there by Jackhammer.
Yeah.
Now they settle it down very well again.
As long as you don't get that kind of pop where the stern goes up, because that's when you land on, when the bow goes up. But look at North Wing again here.
This is where they made up tremendous ground last time, but two laps ago. But they
Now
again,
they're flying.
They're flying and they're scrubbing speed, and then they dig back in, and you can see them move forward. So they'll come in very close, once again as they did I think 3 laps ago. But Jackhammer will hold the lead and will try and get to the pin, take the line to his advantage. Again, running at 83.26 miles an hour, right in there. So it's 1-2, Jackhammer and North Wing. Coco's Monkey coming by in 3rd. We've got 2 laps to go for the Super Stock World Championship here in Key West. Celsius will pull in 4th.
But it looks like maybe Coco's pulled out their lead a little bit on Celsius there.
Team Bermuda holding down 5th. Very impressive considering the bad start that Scott Porter and AJ Bogino got, that they pulled all the way up to 3rd.
And the restart, yep.
Yeah, and the restart. LPC holding on to 6th. And Big East Construction wants to start moving up. It's time for them to make their move if they have any chance of making the podium here today. They're in 7th.
Yeah, they make a 2 moves here. They're back on the podium.
Curry Refrigeration, good to see Ryan Beckley back.
In his hometown.
Yeah, with his hometown sponsors, and we appreciate all of you hometown sponsors, Curry Refrigeration, and I know Florida Keys Electric that came on and supported Ryan to race here in Key West again.
I'm curious to watch Coco's to see if they look like they're making more ground on North Wing maybe, than Northwing is making on Jackhammer.
Yeah, Jackhammer is, as close as Northwing was heading out here, there's quite a bit of distance. They've gone from 2 boat lengths to probably about 8 boat lengths as they head out to turn number 1 with just about a lap and a half left to go. And coming off screen, we are watching Big East trying to get around LPC over by Sunset Key.
If Big East can make a run to Bermuda, forget Coco's and forget the Celsius, Big East would actually jump on them on the podium if they can get past just Bermuda and get into 5th place.
Cole Leibel and the 18-time world champion Gary Ballou. He is the guru of Superstock racing. He has more Superstock world championships than any other driver or throttle man. And he's got to chase down Team Bermuda right now to get his team on the podium. And he's got all of about 7 miles to do it.
Although that could all change if Coco's overtakes Northwing, then we're back to the Northwing Coco's on the podium. So this is last lap and a half is going to be very interesting in all assets of this race.
All right, fans at Fort Zachary Taylor, this will be your penultimate look at Jackhammer as they slide a little bit there, but recover quickly. Julia Maldonado and Reese Langheim with the lead in Jackhammer, followed by Northwing. Northwing not quite as close as they were when they came back through. That's Coco's Monkey following up to the left of the screen, now off the screen. So the white flag is up. It should be. It was 7 laps on the restart.
Do they have a white flag on the
I don't see one.
I don't think so.
Well, I was just
Yeah,
it was imagery.
Yeah.
Jackhammer again, 83.39 miles an hour in the lead. Northwing in second.
I'd say they're still pretty comfortable because here's Coco's.
Yes. Coco's running in third. And Celsius holding on to fourth. Chris Hopgood, Jay Muller, and the 32, Doug Wright. Here comes Team Bermuda. They've held off Big East for the moment. See what the difference is. And Big East Construction, it's a lot of distance out to make up on 1 lap. It's 10 seconds. LPC chasing Big East in 6th and 7th.
And here comes Atlas Curry. Tanner Lewis actually owns the boat. Ryan Beckley leased it from him. So it'll be interesting to see what they do next year. Will they go to the 300Rs? Will they?
Taking a look at Coco's Monkey, the bottom on that boat designed by Scott Porte Performance. He's got his own world championships with Papa's Pilar's Rum. Raced with the Shadow Pirate with Nick Scafidi when he redid that bottom. It's been a successful return to the cockpit for him. There's Northwing running in second, Darren Kittredge and Casey Boaz. Now, correct me, we are on the 7th lap, Joey, right?
I have the 7th. This is it. I mean, if they're running 7, this should be a checker.
I had to remake my lap sheet, but yeah, this will be the 7th lap. So we should see a checkered flag on the pace boat.
And this is real interesting for that 3rd place. 5 points separate 3 teams battling for 3rd place right now. That's Celsius, Coco's Monkey, Celsius, and Big East Construction all separated by 5 points. So it'll be real interesting. In time, the minute that Coco's finished, they got to have 13 seconds ahead of Celsius.
Big East is down. Big East is slow.
Oh,
man,
that's tough for them.
Folks, off camera, we're watching Big East now on camera on the live stream pulling into the infield.
They had a good run at that. But, hey, that opens the door back up for Coco's Monkey or Celsius, and it's going to come down to time. If they hold where they're at, can Coco's beat them by 13 seconds or not?
Big East is heading straight for the crane, and if you look at the wrap on the bottom of that sponson, it looked all roughed up. So I don't know if it was just the wrap or...
Well, here comes your leader for the final time, digging in, Northwing trying to make a challenge.
Northwing is making a run here.
Yeah, they would like to get around Jackhammer. Will Jackhammer allow that to happen?
Oh, boy. What do we got here?
We got a battle to the start-finish line for the winner of the Conch Republic Offshore Cup this day. But for the World Championship, Jackhammer will cruise to the World Championship. But can they hold off Northwing for today's win? This is it in Super Stock class. Jackhammer, North Wing, to the line of the Monster Energy fan zone. And the finish goes to Jackhammer, then North Wing. Coco's Monkey will take third. And here comes Celsius. What a successful run to Key West for Chris Hopgood with Jay Muller in the old Talbot excavating boat.
And Darren Kittredge and Casey Boaz.
And another old, remade boat, the old Hulk. Fantastic pairing for both those groups. So Celsius takes fourth.
I got him more than 20 seconds back of Coco's Monkey, so I got Coco's on the podium there.
And Team Bermuda will take fifth.
Solid run by them, too.
Yep, LPC.
Makes the trip a little more worthwhile.
Well, last year they ended up on the podium in Key West here for the World Championships.
LPC did, yep.
Yep, Anthony Smith and Lauren Peters. Great to see them back on the rock again. Great to see Anthony Smith and his dad back in the HP Mafia Super Cat boat. I'd like to see more of that pairing next year. And here comes, should be Team Bermuda.
No, Team Bermuda came by. This is Curry's right here.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, Curry's. Yeah, Team Bermuda. And again, we'd like to welcome all of the international teams that came to Key West. 8 different countries represented here. Special thanks to a great group of guys. Love David Sully and Stephen Bridges and the Team Bermuda crew. They have a love of powerboat racing there with their Around the Island race. Welcome back to Key West, Team Bermuda. As we look overhead, the X Insurance Heligam down on your super stock world champion, Jackhammer. 32-foot victory hull out of Dubai with the 300R Mercury Racing 4 strokes. There's Julian Maldonado heading to the bow to take the checkered flag. And there they go, whizzing by the cigarette. Nice toss and catch. There you go. Wave that flag, young man. It's a long time coming for Reese Langheim.
Yes, sir.
Tough times here in Key West.
And his wife,
Oh,
Sarah, right?
yes,
Sarah.
absolutely.
Who-
Congratulations to the family.
I mean, she's basically co-owner of that boat. She says owner.
So she decides what's going to happen with the Jackhammer moving forward. That's the way it works in my house.
That is awesome.
And number 1.
There you go.
Yes.
Well done, boys. And like they said the other day, who was in here with us, loved how they left it in gear as they're idling around. Look good for them.
Couldn't be happier for them. They've been through a tremendous amount of adversity here in Key West. And to lose the national championship this year, to lose their consecutive streak of...
Now, does Julian go back out on one of the bracket boats?
Yeah, I believe he does.
Let me see here.
It was like the 746 or the Legend boat, remember?
Yeah, there's lots of Maldonados, so I'm just trying.
So Jackhammer wins the Superstock World Championship. Big day for Darren